Williams and Cabot and the Constitution Pipeline, the 124-mile natural gas pipeline going from Montrose to up near Albany, New York, is trying to take my family's land by eminent domain and put their pipeline through it. And we're here with a large group of people to try to protect our land, and more specifically our maple trees, which we tap to produce syrup for our small family business, North Hartford Maple. They're allowed to use eminent domain because they are able to get themselves labeled by the FERC as a public utility. In this case, the impact from the eminent domain is on landowners in Pennsylvania who will never receive any of this gas, who will be paid one time for a permanent easement on their right-of-way that they will never be paid for again, that they will still continue to pay taxes on for the rest of their lives and never be able to use. So to be granted the status of a public utility and allowed to use eminent domain in this situation is a vast misusage of the law. In New York, they're being held up by a 401 water quality permit that they still have not yet been issued. If the permits aren't issued in New York, the pipeline won't be constructed, and they'll have cleared all the trees in Pennsylvania for no reason.
You can't put them back. Yeah, well, it's not like they're digging up the ground and they can just fix it and smooth it out. Once you cut a tree, that's it. It's gone, and it takes, years and years and years and decades to regrow a forest.
They were further granted the right to take the land prior to paying us anything for it. So how are anyone supposed to do a fair appraisal of the trees after they've been cut, a fair appraisal of the land after it's been cleared, and then on top of that, they determine the appraised worth of a forest based on its timber and how much you could sell the logs for, but we don't sell the logs, we tap the maple trees, and that's a renewable resource, it's sustainable, it would last forever. They came in to begin cutting. We went down, we had a very pleasant conversation with their security and with their representative from Williams. He informed us that they had a job to do. We denied them access to the property. And they called in a couple of state police who listened to both of our sides of this and decided there was no action that they were going to take today. Everybody was very pleasant, very respectful, very polite. Our gentleman from Williams made the decision to move on today and to not work here.
This is the first time in Susquehanna County history that I know of that we've been able to hold off the gas industry and the pipeline people and the police and the tree cutters.
I am so happy. I'm so pleased that they're waiting, and it is a legal issue, and if the courts go our way, we'll be okay, but it's up to the courts to decide this. We shouldn't have to be out here standing and interrupting and arguing with the tree cutters. This is not between us, it's between the courts.